Hello, hello, hello! Good evening, everybody. How are we doing on this stormy Monday evening? Hang on, I am still bringing up my reference picture, so I've got it in front of me. Hang on. Hey, Jamie. It's Mango's mum's dad's wife. Okay, right. I had to follow that one through. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's Mango's mum's dad's wife's mod. There you go. How you doing? How's it going? Right, now I just need to redo some lines here just so I can see where everything needs to go. This bit goes over here. That bit goes there. This was drawn such a long time ago. I sketched out the outline that I just kind of lost it a little bit. That goes there. That goes... That actually goes more like that, doesn't it? Okay. Yeah, I'm good. We've just had... It's been kind of blowy, sort of... It's been kind of blowy all day. Walking out to the chicken pens. Yeah, it's been kind of blowy all day, and it's been kind of like stormy but not quite, and literally 10 minutes ago it just went absolutely crazy. We had thunder, we had lightning, the wind whipping around the house sounded like 1,000 ghosts all screaming at once. And yeah, I think we had some hailstones too. And then it's gone again now, and it just looks a little bit windy outside and raining just a little bit. But it went crazy. It went crazy a minute ago. And that was weird. Right. I know I've just put this line in, but I just need to line it up a little bit. Hey, kappa, kappa, hey, kappa, kappa, hey. So anyway, how's your weekend been? Have you done anything nice? I'm just gonna turn the YouTube music down just a little bit because it's very loud in my ear. There we go. So, I'm gonna work on this tree, and I'm just sort of trying to work out what colour I need actually. Let me bring my pencils in. it's kind of like a dirty sort of yellow. I'm wondering if this olive green yellowish is gonna be right. What other colours have I got? Actually, no. Let's go for this green gold, because that worked quite well when I did the crocodile. So I think I'll be doing that. You've been doing your nan's garden and now you're dead. Working in the garden is a real workout. So I'm not surprised that you feel that way. It's such hard work being in the garden. I like a garden that looks nice, but I also find that gardening can be quite expensive, and I can't stay in it very long because generally the insects will scare me away. So if I see a spider anywhere, then that's it, I'm gone. If I see a wasp, then I am gone. And yeah, the bugs bug me out after a bit, so I can only do like a little bit. Let me just move this over so I'm not so much in the chat box. I mean, Becca and her dad have planted a load of stuff, and at the weekend I did go and get some tomato grow bags from the local garden store, I guess you can call it. Garden centre. It's not really a garden centre, it's more of like a hardware place, but they have a garden section. I put a few things. Well, Nick put a few things up in the garden. I didn't really do it. I've been working hard all weekend. I have been writing. Like today, I did a lot of writing. I did 2,000 words this morning, and then I did about another 500 to 600 this afternoon. And it's just because I want to try and get it finished. I'm at about 37,000 words, and I only have to write a book that's like 50,000 words. But because I'm like in the home stretch, like that home straight, I very much want to sort of get it done in time, because I've got to have it done by 1st of May. Got to have it done by the 1st of May, sent in, complete. And I want to be able to finish it and have like a week off of writing before I have to start the next one, because I've only got 2 months to write the next one after that as well. So yeah, I'm trying to get it done because I need to have a break. I've worked so hard since Christmas on writing and getting stuff done that I just need to have some time just to let my brain refill with stuff. Refilling the well, as they call it. So yeah. No, definitely not any breaks in this game, Jamie. No breaks in the writing game. It's very difficult. Oh, there's Mango barking. I don't know what they're barking at. I don't know, the animals just get really sort of hyped up and excited when it's like really windy outside. They're just like, yep, I'm just gonna bark like crazy. Let me bring this down a little bit. This is the lighter side of the tree trunk, so this is going to be the bit that's going to have like the moonlight shining on it. So this needs to be really quite light. So I'm keeping my shading really, really light because I don't want to go too dark. Be quiet, Mango. Honestly. So what were you doing in your nan's garden? Were you just digging it or mowing the lawn? What were you actually doing? I FaceTimed my brother at the weekend and he was in the middle of digging out a he said it was 8 meters by 8 meters, and I'm just thinking, no, it couldn't possibly be 8 meters by 8 meters. But he was absolutely shattered. I like FaceTimed him, WhatsApped him, so he answered it, and his face was bright red, and he was like, "Oh, thank God you've called me. I needed a break." It's exhausting, the garden. Right, now I need a slightly deeper colour, so I'm going to go with the brown ochre, I think. I tell you what I've been watching as well on Netflix. Well, actually, I started watching because I thought it would be really good. There was a film on Netflix called We Have a Ghost. Got David Harbour in it. And it sounded like it was a fun thing. It wasn't like a horror flick. It was just like a funny ghost story. And I got about 25-30 minutes into it, was really enjoying it, thought it was fun, thought it was something different, and then it all very swiftly went downhill, and so I stopped watching it. I got about halfway through and I was just like, no, not watching that. So then I started watching Love is Blind season 6, and oh my god, these people. I don't think I would be brave enough to go on a show like that when I was that age. I would be intrigued by the idea of the experiment, but I don't think I would want to put my heart or my life on the line like that. because I've seen so many seasons now of that show, and it's like the people in there get hurt. Emotionally, they get hurt, or they do the hurting. And it's just, relationships are hard enough, without having cameras following you around and over analyzing you, and you know that everyone is judging you, and yeah, it's a weird show. Lawn mowing, de-weeding, tarpaulin, tree chopping, stone spreading. Oh my god, so all the really heavy back-breaking stuff then. My gosh. But what a good grandson you are, doing your nan's garden. I finished another jigsaw today, and I knew going into it, because it was just one that I'd borrowed from the library, that it had got 3 pieces missing, but obviously I didn't know which 3 pieces, and it turned out to be sky pieces, and oh my goodness, it was so annoying trying to make the last... I was down to like 20 pieces left of the jigsaw, and it was all the sky bit at the top, and I had this big chunk in the center and one tiny bit over at the top right, and I kept fitting them in. I was going one by one trying to make the damn things fit, and nothing would fit, and I was just like, why isn't anything fitting? It just must mean that there's something wrong somewhere else. And so I had to recheck the outer edges, and I looked at the picture on the box and realized that I'd got a set of clouds too far over here, so I knew I had to move the frame, swap bits of the frame around, because there were false fits. And yes, it is completed. And so I switched it round, and I thought, well, I hope this is right. And then I got a couple more pieces in, and I had to go in one by one, checking each piece bit by bit by bit by bit by bit. And it was so annoying that I just felt like I was going back and forth on these sky pieces over and over and over, and it took me so much longer than what it should have done. And then I was also like, am I trying to fit pieces in, and this is one of the missing pieces, so it won't be there anyway? And so I was just sort of going over and over and over things. And it was really annoying. Hey Artsy, how are you? So anyway, I've broken that one up already. I finished it. I've broke it up. I've put it back in the box because it's just a library one anyway. And I'll start a fresh one tomorrow. But I'm quite pleased that I'm sub 2 hours. Because in the competitions, you get disqualified if you haven't finished a puzzle after 2 hours. So, so I'm doing it okay. But I think my next goal is, because I'm doing it in, like I'll do 10 minutes here, and then I'll do 10 minutes later, and then I'll do half an hour here, or I'll do 15 minutes there. And I set the timer on my phone, so I know how much time it's taking me to solve, and then I add up all the times to work out what my actual solving time is. And I'm thinking, well, now I have actually got the last 2 puzzles sub 2 hours. I want to be able to try and just sit down and do it from start to finish, not take breaks. Because I very much feel like I'll do a section, like say I'll sort all the edge pieces out and I'll do all the edge and put that together, and then I'll take a break. And then I'll come back to it and I'll look at the puzzle, and I'm really sort of thinking, okay, which bit is a standout piece, which has got like the highest contrast that I'm going to be able to find. And then I work on that section, and then I take a break. And I'm just thinking, taking those breaks is allowing me to study the puzzle more. And so now I'm like, I think I need to be able to sit and do the entire thing from start to finish. And I hope my back doesn't give out. Because it hurts your back. Stooped over the table, trying to do a jigsaw. I'm glad you're doing well. Good, good, good. Yeah, I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright. I got a little, at the weekend I got a little bit, sort of, what's the phrase? What's the best way to describe how I was feeling at the weekend? Sort of a little bit dejected, I think, at the weekend. Just a little bit fed up with everything, and yeah, just not on my game at all at the weekend. And it's hard because at the weekend it's not really days off for me. I always work, so I always still work. I work Monday to Friday, and I also work Saturday and Sunday. And I just think that every now and again I will take a day off, but this weekend I couldn't because I'm sort of, towards the end, and I need to be able to push through and get that week off. So I'm working every weekend as well. So I didn't hear that sound alert go off. Hey Panda. No, nor did I. Jamie. Jamie. Mod. Can you have a look and see why that didn't go off? And if you can't, could you refund Artsy his credits, please? His points, his channel points, or whatever, because they were working earlier. They were working when you did them earlier. That's really weird. Sound alerts are on. Yeah. You'll also take cheese. What sort of cheese? What's your favourite cheese that we can pay you back with? It's not in the request queue. Orange cheese. Do you mean like... The only orange cheese I know is like Red Leicester. But I don't think you mean that. Do you get Red Leicester? Oh, American, right, okay. It's like, oh, I don't know. Because all our cheese over here is pretty much yellow. So when you said orange, the only one I could think of was Red Leicester, which is like a really bright, reddy orange sort of colour. So, yes. Okay, so if it's not in the request queue, could you give him back his 1,000? Why is it not working? Right, hang on. Let me have a look at the my sound alerts dashboard. Hang on. It was working a minute ago. It says everything is okay. Okay, let's have a look. Bear with. Let me see if I can play it for you. There you go. But I don't know why it's not working though. That's really weird. They refund straight away. Oh, excellent. See, what do I know? But thank you. Cool. Okay. I played it for you anyway. Right. Don't want people paying for stuff and then not getting, well, you know, not paying, but, you know, using their points. It's got to be fair. Oh, I'm going up off the screen. I tell you what I did go out for at the weekend and failed miserably to achieve was we needed a new, this is so domesticated, a new mop and bucket. And because I've got this old mop and I really don't like it at all, and it literally fell apart on me the last time I used it. And so I kept saying to Nick, I said, right, we need to get a new mop. And so I went out on Sunday to go and get one from the store that sells all those kinds of things, and they did not have mops or buckets. They've got everything else. I know, mop shopping, the fun never ends. And trying to choose a freaking mop off Amazon today? Jeez. They're like 30-40 quid they want for a decent mop. Just annoyed at it. Right, I also need where's my dark indigo? I tell you, it's all rock and roll on this page. Gardening, mop shopping, jigsaws. Oh, I'm so domesticated. Oh my god. Anyway, what's everyone had for dinner? Or what are you about to have for your dinner, Jamie? Because I know you eat in about half an hour. I did a chicken curry for everybody tonight. And normally we just have the korma. But everyone was like, oh, we need it to be a bit spicier. So we went for the tikka masala one today. So they all liked it. Yes, finished the octopus. Yeah, we did it on Friday. Did the whole stream as finishing the octopus. I've given you a new one, which is the side of the London Graphic Centre in London. And yes, you did. That octopus was so freaking hard, Panda. Where were you? We needed you. I had to finish it all by myself. You got a roast? Wait, Jamie. It's not Sunday, Jamie. Why are you having a roast when it's not Sunday? I do believe those are the words that you used with me. How are you having a roast on a Monday? That is like the wrong day. Well, I have to start because it's what you say to me every time we say we're having a roast and it's not on a Sunday. You did have a roast on a Sunday and you're having another one today. I don't know. I feel like you're flipping the rules just for yourself. I don't know. What do we all think? Do we let him off the hook? I'm not sure I should let this slide. I mean, I just don't know. Bit touchy. I'm not having this from someone that has a roast on a Wednesday. We haven't had a roast on a Wednesday for ages. I mean, come on. All our roasts have been on Sundays just lately. You ask Becca. It's like Jack the Ripper telling me off and murder. Oh dear. Roasts are good on a Wednesday. They are. But I will have to say that just recently that all our roasts have been on a Sunday. You left us when we needed you the most. Oh my god. Oh, I tell you, that octopus, it took us just over 2 hours to do that entire jigsaw on stream. And that, I mean, I think I started the stream at like 20 to 6 and I finished the stream at 7:30. And I just absolutely refused to give up until I'd finished it because it was just such a pain in the butt. All those circles that were within the octopus were just, oh my god, it was just absolutely horrendous. And the colours were so dark in sections that you almost couldn't see the pieces. And it was really, really difficult. Roast dinners belong on a Wednesday. It's a school dinner thing. I can't remember what days we had roast dinners at school. All I remember is... Actually, I don't think I ever remember a roast dinner. I remember them giving us roast potatoes with things like beans and sausage, as in baked beans, and sausage, and... what was the other thing that they would give us? Roast potatoes, baked beans, sausage... something else. I can't remember what it was, but I don't remember a roast dinner. I remember they would do mashed potato and like sliced up cabbage and this weird minced beef in gravy kind of, which I think was meant to be stewing steak but wasn't. It was definitely mince, and it was the worst meal, and even thinking about it now it makes me want to heave because it was just so disgusting. And I told you about that time that teacher forced me to eat the mashed potato and I threw it up all over the floor. So that was one, it was that meal, and it was, I'd managed to force the meat down. And I could only eat the cabbage by pouring a shed ton of salt on it because it was just that horrendous. don't remember ever getting a roast dinner. Did you ever get that cornflake cake? It used to be like a pastry base. You'd have a pastry base with pastry sides. And then there would be like cornflakes on the top. There'd be like a very thin layer of jam on the bottom of the pastry. And then these cornflakes on the top. Did you ever get that cake? I used to love that cake. And the caramel one as well. It was always very nice. I make that caramel tart every now and again. I also used to hate they would give us sometimes for pudding you'd get given pink blancmange, and I just can't be doing with blancmange. The texture of it makes me want to hurl. And then there would be semolina. Oh, to this day, no. No, absolutely not. Right, I need the blick. Right. Which is the brown ochre? I can see a line there. That's really annoying. Right. I need to bring this blue. I've got just over a week to go before I've got to have that tooth out, guys. Before I've got to have my wisdom tooth extracted. It's a week tomorrow. I'm so nervous. I'm not looking forward to it at all. I'm gonna have Nick hold my hand when I go in to have it done. And pray that she does a good job. The only thing I wish that was different about dentists over here, and I mean all dentists, not just the posh private ones, because I'm with an NHS dentist. I was very lucky to get in with an NHS dentist when we first moved to this area back in 2005. And oh, there's a little bit of blue there actually. But the one thing I wish that they had, and they just don't seem to do it, is something that you see in America a lot. It might just be that we've only seen good dentists over there, who knows. But they have something on the roof, like a TV screen or something, and you can put your headphones in and you can watch something while you're in the chair, just to sort of distract you and calm you down and, you know, stuff like that. Whereas at my dentist, and I suspect at a lot of British NHS dentists, all you're looking at is either that bright light that they're shining in your eyes, or you're counting the tiles on the roof. That's it. There's no music playing. She doesn't have the radio playing. There is nothing playing for you to listen to or to watch. And I just think it would be very helpful if all dentists, as standard, had a flat TV on the roof. So you could at least watch something to take your mind off what is happening here. Yours has the radio on, which is nice. Yeah. The hygienist has the radio on in the room next door. But my dentist, when you're in her chair, no. I think it's because she likes to talk. She likes to talk. And that's great. But I don't get exactly what I'm meant to say when you can't really speak. Because there's so much stuff going on. I think I will go. Will I go with that, or do I go with the brown again? Let's go with this brown ochre and see how that goes. I don't like when they try to talk to you and I'm like, you've got your hands in my mouth. What do you want me to say exactly? And they've got that tube sort of sucking out your saliva, or your, if they're doing something where there's like a water jet on their tool, and so you've got the water jet here, you've got the sucker thing there, you've got her hands in your mouth, plus a stick with a little mirror on the end, and whatever hook or instrument of torture that they're using to do whatever it is that they're doing. And you just sort of have to go, That's literally the only noises you can make in response. I think the only thing I have seen her offer as a helping you calm down measure is she has these two stress ball things that you can ask for. And it's like, no. I'll just have Nick in there. And just knowing that he's close by to speak for me, because he knows what I'm worried about. And he'll know how to handle things if my head does go dizzy, if I have a vertigo attack while I'm in the chair, because that's the thing I'm worried about. I'm not worried about pain. I'm not worried about blood. I'm not worried about the procedure per se. It is the fact that it might set off a vertigo attack, because the positioning that they put you in, sometimes it gives me vertigo. And the room I will visibly see the room spinning. It's not just a sensation that I feel, even though I feel that too, but I literally see the room spinning, and it makes me feel so sick and like I want to throw up, or it sends me into such an intense panic, and I sweat prolifically and go into like a full-on panic attack if I have a vertigo attack, because it's so horrendous when it's happening. And that's the thing I'm worried of it triggering, because it's a wisdom tooth and it's so close to my ear where your balance center is, and I'm just like, if it sets that off, that's the thing I'm scared of more than anything else. I don't like seeing my own blood. That's not good either. I can get a little bit panicky about that. I can see everyone else's blood, no problem. chop a limb off in front of me. I've been involved in surgeries where I've been assisting in surgeries, and I've seen surgeons cutting into people's faces and all their body, and there being blood exposed and cartilage and everything. And it does not bother me one iota, but my own blood, I get quivery and shaky and feel like I'm going to pass out. it's the weirdest thing that I just can't cope if it's my own. It never used to be that way. I don't know why. It just seems to be something that has happened as I've become an adult. Becoming an adult has got a lot to answer for when you think about it. I was fine until adulthood came along. What, now I've got to be scared of my own blood, my own injuries? I think the first time I noticed it was, let's think. I think I was about 20 because I was in my own place, and I had put a very well, at the time it was a good idea. I put a chocolate bar in the fridge, and it was a Cadbury's double decker, and I put it in the fridge, and it had been in there for ages and ages and ages. And on this particular day, I decided that I wanted a snack, but I didn't want the whole bar, because back then they were a nice sizable bar, whereas today, like 2 bites and you're done. But so I decided I was going to cut it. I was going to cut it into thirds, and I was going to have a third of this double decker. And I don't know how, when I got it out of the wrapper and I put it on the chopping board, and I was holding one end and I got the knife in the other hand, and when I brought the knife down, I somehow cut here. So the knife came down just under my nail bed, and I cut straight, and I don't even know what was this finger doing under the knife? I don't even know how I managed to do that. I really don't. And so I heard the knife make a good thunk as it hit the chopping board, and I felt a pain, and I just remember going, ow, sort of thing, and thinking I didn't really catch myself, couldn't possibly have caught myself. How could I possibly? And then turned to look and noticed that there was blood spatter all across the kitchen. And I was like, oh, I looked down at my finger and I could see the bone, and I was just like, oh. And from that moment, it was that instant where I suddenly went from I can cope with any gore whatsoever, it doesn't bother me, to suddenly being, oh my god, I'm hurt and I'm in pain and I don't know what to do. And I can remember ringing my dad. Oh, Dad, I've cut myself. What do I do? And I should have gone to the hospital to get stitches. I should have done. But I didn't. Because I was meant to be at work that day. I was on like an afternoon shift, and I'd done this in the morning. Well, I'd done this sort of like by 11 o'clock. And this was the very early 90s, sort of like 91, 92, and the jobs market was really tenuous, and people were looking for any reason to get rid of extra staff. And I just thought, if I take the afternoon off and go into hospital to have stitches put into my finger, then I'm going to lose my job. That's what I thought. I thought I'm going to lose my job. And there were probably other factors. There were probably, maybe I'd already had time off or something like that, and I was like, I can't take more time. You know, there was a lot of things going on, and I can just remember thinking, no, I can't do that. And so I literally wrapped my hand up in a tea towel until the blood stopped. And my parents came over with like gauze pads and bandages and stuff, and wrapped up my finger. It looked very comical with this big white bandage on the end of my finger. And I went into work, and I just changed the bandage every day, and eventually the wound closed up. But now I've got a very visible L-shaped scar on the top of this finger, where it comes down here, down the center of the finger, and then curls around the side there. And yeah, so that was the day I realised I can't deal with my own blood anymore. The worst part of that story was the fact that you like double decker. The worst part is I would always eat the top part first. So I'd eat the nugget on the top and eat all of that first, and then go along the bottom and eat the biscuit. I would never just take one bite through the entire thing. And I used to do the same thing with Twix as well. I would, instead of just biting each finger, because you get two fingers in the packet, I would take the whole thing out the packet and chew along the top to take all the caramel off the top first, and then eat my way along the biscuit, because that's the way they're meant to be at, right? It's like the best way to eat them. You should try it. Don't knock it till you've tried it, Panda. Oh my god. I've done it with a Twix, but never a double decker. And the same. Do you do it with custard creams and bourbon biscuits? Because I do it with those as well. I have to break them in half. Eat the cream bit first, and then the biscuit. Eat the biscuit first, then how can you eat the biscuit first and leave you can't leave the cream. Oh, scrape it off with a knife. Yeah, you don't really want me near knives. Did you not hear the previous story? I mean, I get told off by everybody for when I eat jacket potatoes, because this is giving away all my weird secrets, but when you're eating a jacket potato, or when I'm eating a jacket potato, I scoop the potato out with the knife, and with the potato on the blade, I eat it off the knife. I don't get the potato out of the jacket potato with the fork, or I don't transfer it from my knife to the fork. I always eat it off the knife, and everyone's like, oh, you cut your tongue, you cut your tongue. Well, I haven't ever, so no. I'm weird, but you guys knew that. This is the brown again. I think probably everybody's got some weird food thing that they do. We're all weird, it's what makes us interesting. Or maybe I shouldn't say weird. Maybe I should say we're all unique. We're all unique. You always leave the best part of a meal till last. Yeah, you see, that's what my dad did, but I always eat the best bit first while I've still got room. So that's my thinking. I will always eat the best bit first and then finish with whatever's left. But that's because for years and years as a child, when I couldn't really eat much because I had, the undiagnosed celiacs and everything, and my stomach would bloat, I always knew there was like a ticking clock when I was eating, that I was gonna bloat and feel horrible after eating. So I needed to eat the best bit first, and so that bit has just always stayed with me, that the best bit gets eaten first, even though now I'm fine and my gut has healed, and I've been gluten-free for, God, how long have I been gluten-free for? 19 years. Oh my God. So technically I should be able to turn that around, but I haven't. So how about if you went to a restaurant and you could only have two courses? Would you rather have a starter and a main, or a main and a dessert? Because I would always go for a main and a dessert, but that's simply because I've got a sweet tooth. Main and dessert, yeah, definitely. And what would be your if there was a dessert that was always guaranteed to be on every menu and you would have it every single time because it's like that's your be all and end all dessert, your like favorite dessert, what would that be? For me, it used to be lemon meringue. I used to love lemon. If lemon meringue was on a dessert, I would have that. No question. Starters are pointless. They are. It's like, just get to the main. What is the point to you? I don't like starters. It's like you're just wasting precious stomach space that I could be putting more main into. Apple crumble. Oh yeah, I love apple crumble with custard. Apple crumble with custard. Or do you like cream on yours? Custard. Yeah. I think the worst thing about being vegan, which I am now, is that when you go to a restaurant, basically the only dessert that you're going to get offered is either fruit salad, which is not a dessert. And who wants to be eating fruit at the end of the meal, you know? Or sorbet, which is really freaking annoying. It's like, no thank you. And be inventive, come up with something, give me some better ideas. Right, I just need a little bit of brown here. Just trying to get that little bit of moonshine on the branches. Right. Okay. I just mark in where that next bit's gonna be. Right, just trying to sort of get the flow of those branches all up at the top and where the light is and where the dark is, and just sort of trying to emphasize those. If I pull back a little bit, can't get the whole thing in the picture, but get in there. Get in there. Right, let's see how well you're doing with the Gigasauri. It's not been touched. Has no one done any of the jigsaw yet? Right, okay, I might have to do some of that later in the week then. Right, okay, well that's where I'm going to end it today, chat. Thank you so much for joining me on this Monday evening. I've got loads of other stuff to do, which is why I'm just keeping it strictly to the roughly to the hour today. But I will be back with you tomorrow. Oh, you're playing James's Pokemon Minecraft. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard about that. It sounds fun. Even though I don't like Minecraft, but it sounds fun. Know what you're doing, so you're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for spending some time with me. I appreciate that. I know there are many things that you can be doing and people that you can choose to spend time with, and I appreciate those of you that choose to spend a little bit of time with me. So yeah, thanks for your company, and I will be back here tomorrow, back 5:45 roughly, and I'm not sure what we'll be doing tomorrow, but I will decide and let you know. But thanks for joining me, and take care. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Have fun, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.